Hello, this is DrSayus, and today I'm reviewing Sonic Adventure 1 on the PC. This version I have uses a mod called SADX, which is a Dreamcast conversion mod. It's easy enough to set up, you just need to YouTube it. But it makes the PC version look like the Dreamcast version. It also includes things like cheats and DLC. Now the reason you'll want to download this is because the Dreamcast version is the best looking version. The versions ported to PC and GameCube, etc., they look more saturated, and as a result they lose detail. This is the best way you can play Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 2, the differences aren't so great, so you don't need to worry about it for that game. It's just Sonic Adventure 1. Unless you have a Dreamcast and a VGA setup, it's complicated to get it all working for the Dreamcast, and it's quite costly, so for most people this is the best way to play. I found Sonic Adventure 1, the gameplay was easy to pick up, it was fast, it is a bit glitchy, but it's nowhere near as bad as something like Sonic Boom. It's just little tiny glitches you can easily get past. You also get the pink helper who will help you out. You'll get big hints how to do things, like go to the Mystic Ruins, you may find something, and the rest you have to figure out yourself. It's just a product of the times, back when everything wasn't spelled out for you. There's multiple paths in the levels which I like. There are some areas that you think will branch out to different paths, but you go on it and you end up having to kill yourself just to get back on the main stage. But the levels are designed very well. The game has a lot of charm. The animations are a bit over the top, but yet again this game was made 20 years ago. Occasionally the sound effects in this game are a bit loud, like whenever Eggman is retracting his hook on one of his machines. There's 3 main hubs in the game. You have Station Square, Mystic Ruins, and the Egg Carrier, and they're all well designed. One thing I didn't like about the game is the acting and dialogue is repeated a lot. You'll play Sonic's stage where early on you'll meet Eggman in the Mystic Ruins, and then you'll have to fly after him on the Tails' plane, and then you have to go fight Knuckles and Chaos 4. With Tails, you do the exact same thing, only Tails is a hero. The good thing is about this is you get to see the perspective of all the characters and how all their stories come together. Like, say if you fly off on Tails' plane as Sonic and Tails, and Knuckles stays behind, he has unfinished business, where you go, oh, what's Knuckles' unfinished business? So then you play Knuckles' story and you find out what he was doing. I like that aspect of it. What I don't like about it is they don't try to make things different when you're playing somebody else's story. If you've played one cutscene with Amy, you're gonna see the same cutscene with Gamma. Slightly different dialogue. I don't know why they bothered, to be honest, but at the end of the day the cutscenes are skippable, so it's not too big of a deal. The levels are short and sweet. They don't last too long unless you get stuck playing as Big the Cat and you don't know how to play as him. You cannot skip the end credits of the game. The only thing is you have to sit through the end credits of each character, and there's 6 characters and most of the stories aren't that long. Amy in particular only has 3 levels, so after you do Amy's levels you're stuck sitting in the end credits for about 10 minutes. Some of the cutscenes are very cheesy.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Surrender yourself. I'm on target, man. Ready? Fire! Oh no, our weapons are useless.
Hey, come on, Big Drip, where you going?
You know nothing, fool! It's Chaos, the god of destruction!
You can just skip parts of the level. It's ridiculous. Particularly with Sonic and Tails, you can just skip large chunks of the level. It does still hold up pretty well if you upscale to HD, I have to say.
Sonic!
Tails sounds like he's half drunk. You're always up to no good. Now what do you want?
I want all the Chaos Emeralds. Better not interfere, or else.
Why doesn't he have more spunk like Dr. Eggman? I love Eggman's quotes in this game, like,
All systems, full power. He's not gonna get away with this.
Eggman looks like he's constipated in this scene, and for some reason Tails decides to run towards him with the Chaos Emerald, and now he's running in place.
Duh? What happened?
Dr. Eggman's a ninja?
Sonic! We can't let him get away with this, can we?
It was your fault the bloody emeralds were gone in the first place. See here, I thought this was like a shortcut, so I jumped across. There's no way to get back. This is also quite nice. Whenever you go down into the sewer, a way will be blocked off as Sonic, but if you go down as Big, it won't be blocked. Yeah, so there's various power-ups throughout the game. A lot of people complain that this ruins anesthetic of the characters. I personally don't care. I think they look fine. The power-ups are alright. To be honest, I don't really use them. Amy has like a spinning hammer. It's like, why would I bother using that? They're there if you want to use them. Casinopolis was a very strange level for Sonic. I mean, it is unique, I have to give it that, but at the end of the day, all you have in the level is 2 pinball stages. You have the Sonic pinball stage, which is like a typical pinball stage, which is fine. And then you have this weird Knights game where you can hit these cards with a pinball. And that's a little bit interesting. But then if you make the mistake of hitting the pinball into these rings, you have to sit through like a 1-minute cutscene of Knights just guiding Sonic through these hoops. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's all spectacle. You have to just watch it. And that doesn't sound so bad, but when I'm playing the pinball stage, I'm hitting it in continuously again and again and again. And the only way to get out of it is to let the ball drop out, which I eventually had to abandon my stubborn pride to do. Whenever you get in, you're in this sort of weird world. Knights players probably know what this is, but I have no idea what's going on. I don't mind, it looks nice, but I'm just like, what? And then you get back to the normal Knights pinball stage. I recommend just avoiding these altogether. You can also get coins by going into the bathrooms. I used to think that was like women screaming, but it sounds like mice. I don't know. It must be like the squeaky cleanness of the rings, I'm guessing. When you get enough rings, you run in this room and this crane will shake you of all your rings like an angry mob man. Eggman gets tired of this shit and just tries to ram Sonic with his shit. Sounds like,
Hey, that's against the rules, Eggman.
Oh no, you don't!
It's 2 to R1, and that's not good.
Come on, Sonic. I know I lost the first emerald, but we need to get busy. We're a team.
the stages are quite varied. Like this snowboarding level is quite nice. You can do tricks over the ramp. I used to find it very difficult doing the tricks over the ramp, but now, probably because I've played it so many times, I find it quite easy. This scene of Knuckles is notorious because you see it 3 times. You see it when you play as Sonic, when you play as Tails, and when you play as Knuckles. You can tell Tails has fabricated it because if you play Sonic's one, he's the one talking to Knuckles. If you play Knuckles' one, he's talking to Sonic. So Tails is obviously bullshitting. The character battles in this game are hilarious. You can defeat them so quickly, but I like to draw them out just for a laugh. I really like the music though, so it's a shame they don't last that long.
Ha! Like taking candy from a baby.
Who you calling a baby, Eggman? I just started learning my alphabet.
Behold the best line in the whole game!
The egg carrier.
Sounds like he's about to sneeze.
Sonic, wait here for a second.
I love how Sonic just instantly ignores what Tails says and just walks to the front.
Look at my technology, Sonic. I built this all by myself. Yeah, I don't really care, Tails. I just want to run.
This part of the game really confused me because all they do is they fly over Eggman's ship, they kill a few bad guys, then they fly to the other side and
Yeah, we did it.
and Eggman's like, all systems ready? Fire! And he just blows them out of the sky.
And then they get hit and they're both like, yeah, we got hit. We're flying to our deaths here.
Weird thing about this game is, particularly of Sonic, he falls from like an impossible height and he somehow is not injured at all. Like even if you land on sand, it's ridiculous. Here's another plot hole. This robot, Sonic's about to fight it, then Amy gets distracted by Twinkle Park and they're talking away, and does the robot just disappear? It's Sonic murders an innocent person just to steal his go-kart. Twinkle Park is a lot of spectacle, like this part where Sonic's on the roller coaster and then he jumps down through this wee hole like he's Inspector Gadget, and then you're jumping on like wizard hats. It's very well done. Not gonna lie, those enemies are a bit creepy. I love Radical Highway. It has this sort of funky music.
Sonic, look out. Tails, I need to go to the hospital.
And then you go in that door and you're at the other side of the city, and it's very calm and soothing music. It's pretty much like 2 levels in one, which is like a lot of Sonic's levels, which I thought was quite nice, because it means the levels are quite varied. So Sonic chases Zero all the way to Mystic Ruins, but he doesn't have a bloody spine because he's just stirring the robot out, and then Eggman's ship flies above him and Eggman's beam comes down, and you'd think Sonic, given that he's the fastest thing alive, would have the reactions to like jump and attack the robot, or if the robot's going up in the beam, go below the beam and go up as well. But no, he doesn't seem to have the balls to do that. No way, Amy, that robot's too scary. Sonic, do you have your balls back? By the way, this will be the only part of the game when you use this ability. I love the sexy music of this level. And there's like a complete contrast on the other side of the level where it's like you're suddenly in hell and there's people screaming. Somehow Tails finds you in the middle of all this chaos. I don't know how. Does he have like a tracking device attached to Sonic's shoe? I guess it doesn't really matter because Sonic decides to feel a bit suicidal and jump off. Tails catches him. So we are on Act 2 of Tails' Tornado, and this time Tails uses like a transformation to transform the plane, I assume, into like a faster model. It looks like an X-Wing from Star Wars. So it doesn't actually feel any different, but it looks different, so whatever. I don't know why Eggman didn't fire his blaster. But then finally, you have to fight Eggman. I think you can take him out in one shot if you want. I played it a bit safe and waited 2 turns, but it's ridiculously easy to beat him.
Alrighty, we're in!
We gotta land on the egg carrier.
Whoops.
That always annoyed me. Tails is this genius, yet he forgets to put like a landing gear in his plane. Plane's still in one piece somehow. That's what she said.
You're right, my friend. So here we go!
Don't get too many ideas, you fools! You haven't seen the power this vessel really has! Get a load of this!
What, so your ship transforms and that's supposed to intimidate me?
Oh, wow! It's changed shape. Did you see that?
Darn! This makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
Or you can use Tails to fly over, but okay, we'll go through the Sky Deck. Sky Deck is actually one of my favorite levels in the game just because it's so creative. Instead of flying over Eggman's ship with the tornado, you're pretty much on foot. For some reason, Eggman's ship has like a Chow world in it, so I guess Eggman secretly loves Chow.
Sonic!
Ha! They're too late!
Not the birdie!
I love how menacing Eggman sounds in this scene. Like, in modern games he sounds very goofy, and in this scene he actually sounds a bit dangerous. Like,
Be gone, all of you! This is all I really need! Gamma!
what is your wish, Dr. Robotnik?
Get rid of these pests! Show them what you've got!
Aye, aye, sir.
And
Disappoint me, or else. The music's very ominous.
Resistance is futile.
And that's how Sonic died in Sonic Adventure 1.
I will! You're no match for Chaos!
I seen you lose to Gamma! A lot of people talk about how Chaos 4 is annoying. Chaos 6 is a wee bit annoying. Eggman keeps dropping these ice mines that actually help you kill Chaos, which always annoyed me. And every time you hit Chaos, like, no way! I can't believe this!
No way! I can't believe this!
Sonic!
For some reason, Knuckles sounds very polite in this game when he's talking to Sonic, going, Sonic, and then Sonic's just rude back to him.
I thought you got lost or something.
Yeah, Sonic, why do you have any friends in it?
Until we meet again, Sonic!
Stop! Come back here!
Look at this, he just jumps off the cliff. It's like, how high is the egg carrier exactly? There is some very creative moments in this game, like this level where you have to use switches and there's like a giant snake. You don't really see that kind of creativity anymore. And you're in this kind of foresty level. What I don't like about this is there's mirrors and you need to get the light exactly right on the mirror. And there's a time I spent ages trying to get this to work and it wouldn't work. I was expecting exact pixel perfect precision. Sonic's last level I'm not really a fan of. I mean, it's very mechanical and unlike the other 9 levels, it just doesn't seem that creative to me. I do like those little robots, although at the end you get to fight Eggman's best machine. For some reason Eggman moves about like he's from an early Sims game. Hold it right there, Eggman. I'll chase you with this conveniently placed rocket. Oh, this really annoys me.
He's like, get a load of this, get a load of this.
The thing about this boss is sometimes it looks like you can just homing attack him, but unless he does it exactly the way the game wants you to do it, you'll fall to your death. I remember my brother got unlucky with this, like he sort of relaxed after he defeated the final boss and then Eggman just suicided him. I think I got lucky here, to be honest. Like I was just running back and forth and I didn't know where he was gonna hit me. But I bet you that'd be like really annoying if you thought you defeated him and he just like kills you. It's like Eggman just falls to his death. Yeah, I'll play for you some other time. Yeah, so that is Sonic's side of the story. There is aspects of this game that are better than Sonic Adventure 2. The music is more varied, though I like the more rock music in SA2. I like the hub worlds in Sonic Adventure 1. There's more variety of characters. The gameplay is a lot more varied. There's multiple pathways in the levels. The levels are more unique. And don't forget, this is the first proper 3D Sonic game. What I really like about Big's story is the music is really good. It's hilarious the way he's like just sleeping over a bloody power-up. He doesn't have the sense to go down and get it. What an idiot. So our story begins. Froggy the Benevolent goes down to observe a puddle. But this is no ordinary puddle. Froggy, look out!
What is this below? It's disturbing my slumber.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, Big. He sounds like he has a mental disability, but he's still very polite at the same time. I actually find him quite charming. People probably see Big as being a bit offensive, but if you look at it the other way, like he's kind of like a disabled guy who is a bit of a hero because he goes and saves his friend. I see him in that regard, so it sort of makes me feel less guilty laughing at him.
Where could my pollywog pal be anyway?
Eggman!
Big's gameplay, pretty much you jump in the water, you find Froggy, then you jump out of the water. Or if you get the power up, you can fish on the water. You can use your fishing pole to get Froggy. For some reason, you can catch fish and they will increase your weight. I suppose that makes it easier to catch Froggy, but if you know what you're doing, it really is easy enough to do. If you don't know what you're doing because the game doesn't tell you how to do it, it can be a frustrating experience. For some reason, whenever Big fails to catch something, he just like gets knocked back, he shakes his head and he loses a life. Just falls down from heaven again. How would that kill you? What is the shame of not being able to catch a fish?
Oh no, I can't catch a fish. How am I going to save my friend Froggy?
Oh, now what am I gonna do?
What do you mean, what are you gonna do? You just saved your friend, now go home. It's like for some reason he catches Froggy and suddenly Froggy's not there. What, does he catch Froggy, then Froggy jumps out of his hands and he has to catch him again? A bit of context to be nice. I love his go-karting section whenever he's like, he's in the go-kart and he has a wee fishing rod holding out. He's like, he kind of seems a bit out of place because he's like this massive guy, and even compared to the humans, he's pretty big. I love the way she says to break the ice and he just jumps through it. In Big's levels, some of the levels you can find power-ups. Apparently makes it easier to fish. I love when he gets a power-up, he's still as slow as a snail.
Oh no, he's got my little buddy.
Now, if I seen a 6'6" cat running towards me, I'd be pretty freaked out too. It's really creeped me out when I was younger. It was his bright yellow eyes.
Oh, now what am I gonna do?
Sorry, if I had only held on tighter.
Shut up, Tails.
This is the Chow Garden. If you bring the eggs you find all over the world, a Chow will be born.
I got my froggy. Oh, now what am I gonna do?
Froggy? This place doesn't look familiar to me at all. Smells like Froggy's around somewhere.
Here's Froggy.
I love the rock music in big stages, particularly whenever you're trying to catch like a really difficult fish or froggy and it just goes on for ages. You hear the electric guitar, it makes the blood pump through your veins. I love it. It's really weird though that it's played whenever you're fishing.
We're together again at last, huh?
And so they were. Frog and cats. Love trumps all.
No,
That's
leave me
strange.
alone.
Where am I? Froggy?
Wow.
Yeah, so each character will interact with Tikal at least once. They'll be transported to the past and see her. Well, most of the time she's not even talking to them. What really is bizarre, like, is that Big and Gamma have these scenes. You just kind of wonder, like, why are they there? Like, Big's sort of watching. It's like, he doesn't care. He just wants to save his frog. Other than that, he hasn't shown one heroic trait.
We better get going, buddy!
Big! Think you can escape from me? It's the standoff between Chaos and the Frog. And how was he able to hold that without choking to death?
All right, and now for the frog.
What?
The frog is possessed by your tail. Once you get your tail, you'll be complete and ultra strong.
This bit always seemed pretty stupid. So he gets his tail and somehow that makes him stronger? How does that work?
Oh, now what am I gonna do?
Chaos has transformed again.
Huh?
Come on, Big, weren't you paying attention?
Oh, gotta go.
Gotta go fast.
I must save Froggy.
You? Don't worry, Pally!
It's the battle of the century and it's over in 2 seconds.
Hooray! Froggy! I won't let them take you away again. Huh? What?
Yeah, so instead of helping Sonic defeat Chaos, he just fishes Froggy out of Chaos and runs away.
Oh well, I'll give it a try anyway.
What? No way he's able to fly that out of here. Oh, come on. That looks like a Flash animation. No! I refuse to believe that he was able to fly Tails' plane out of the egg carrier and back home safely. Was he secretly a genius? So that's Big's story. It's the only story where nothing is achieved. All he does is he saves Froggy. Doesn't actually really defeat any of Eggman's robots or anything like that.